It's good. All right. Shalom, shalom. Where the Hebrew Israelites here to prophesy the downfall of this kingdom. Right, to speak about the upliftment of Yahweh Shai, which is the only begotten Son of the Heavenly Father Yahweh, coming back to deliver the elect of the nation of Israel out of this last captivity. So, first and foremost, we're going to face the east. All praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Bachar the bonds to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations, much love and respect to you, Akim, out there pushing this word out, the truth and sincerity. All right? And when it comes to Esau and his kingdom, the biggest threat is not guns and weapons and militias. The biggest threat is the truth. Okay? That's the biggest threat to this system. Why? Because Esau's system has been built upon lies. So many lies that this man has told, man. When you really start digging deep into history and things like that, you understand that everything that he said was deliberate. Okay? So we're coming to a point now where, guess what? They're going to have to actually stop the word and attempt to stop the word. Okay? Give me Revelation 20th chapter.
Yes.
Revelation 20th chapter. All right, this is the book of Revelation.
What?
Chapter 20. And I'll start at verse 1. It says here, "And I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit and a great chain in his hand." Right. The bottomless pit represents Europe because of the lack of natural resources. So it's metaphorically known as the bottomless pit. All right. Go ahead. It says here. So he was kept there. Well, it's going to go into it. That chain represents something that was going to go upon Esau, Edom. Go ahead.
"And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years."
Right, which that was a man. All right, it wasn't an actual serpent; it was a man with serpent-like characteristics. Okay, and that actually hit that serpent. He came back as the Edomites. All right, because there was a lineage of that serpent spiritually. Right, and that lineage actually came through Adam. It wasn't even about the serpent himself. It came through Adam, and that man's name was Cain. Right? He was spiritually of the seed of the serpent. Matter of fact, get me that. Who's that heel? Okay. No, because the Heavenly Father prophesied that. Read that again real quick.
It says, verse 2, "And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan."
Right, that old serpent going back to the garden. Okay? And what does the word devil mean? It means a slanderer. All right? Satan means adversary. Okay? He slanders the Israelites. He slanders us. And he's an adversary to us. And he's an adversary to the Heavenly Father. And he slanders the Heavenly Father. Okay? So every word has meaning. All right? Go ahead.
"And bound him 1,000 years."
Right, and he was in that state in Europe as serfs, as lower peasants for 1,000 years. That was during what? The Byzantine Empire. This is history that he tries to hide, man. You know, when so-called black people were ruling Europe, man. He tries to hide that history, man. You know, but guess what? Through the spirit of Yahweh Shai, all these things are coming out now. Right? The scriptures speak about how the earth will help the woman. You know? Right. So these truths are being revealed now. All right?
It says here in Genesis 3 and 14, "And the Lord power said unto the serpent, Because thou hast done this, thou art cursed above all cattle, and above every beast of the field. Upon thy belly shalt thou go, and the dust shalt thou eat all the days of thy life. And I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. And it shall bruise."
I shall put enmity between the woman and between her seed and thy seed. But the thing is, spiritually, Cain came through Adam. But spiritually, he was of the seed of the serpent.
Just as it pertains to the wicked of our nation, it says you are of the devil, you are of your father the devil,
right?
Because you do the will of your father.
That's right. That's right.
So spiritually, they're following after the works of sin.
Spiritually, right? And even when you go down to the Edomites, when Esau was born, that same wicked spirit came into Esau. Okay, and now Esau, the Edomites, rule the world now. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, to finish, it says, "It shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel."
Right. That's right. You shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. That's going into, at one point, he would have us wounded, but then we would ultimately destroy him, because wounding the head, when you look up the Hebrew word, it means to crush. I mean, that's it. That's all. Okay. But if you bruise somebody's or crush somebody's ankle, they can still survive. Right? So that's what he did. He crushed our ankle, and Yahweh Shai is getting ready to crush his head. Meaning take him out completely. Take him out completely. All right?
And that's why it's symbolically when America is going to be destroyed, that represents the head of the Edomites' wicked empire. So when America is destroyed, that's that head. From that point, as it says, affliction shall not rise up a second time.
Right.
That's right. Affliction shall not rise up a second time. That's right. Go ahead.
That's it on that.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, verse 3.
Yeah, because he's crushed.
Yeah.
Right? That's why there's not going to be no more affliction rising up. He's going to be taken out completely. Yeah. Right? That's why the scriptures even says, to add on to your point, that, if thieves came to steal, would they not take until they had enough? But I have made Esau bare. He's going to completely take out this Edomite. When he takes down his kingdom, it's over, man. There's no chance of him getting back up. You see, when he was after the Roman Empire fell, the ancient Roman Empire, there was still a chance for him to get back up.
Yes.
So that's what happened.
Yeah.
He creeped back into the position of power.
That's right.
Matter of fact, get me read the little season. No, we're still on. Okay, read that.
Verse 3. And cast him into the bottomless pit.
See, when you deal with this, the scriptures lines up perfectly with history and
right.
what's coming in the future.
That's right.
Okay? Read that again, bro.
Verse 3. And cast him into the bottomless pit, and shut him up, and set a seal upon him, that he should deceive the nations no more, till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled.
Yeah.
And after that he must be loosed a little season.
And after that he must be loosed a little season. Right? So we're in that time where he was loose, and it's only been a short period of time. It's been over 500 years, man, that he's really had a stronghold on the earth. Right? And now I'm going deeper into these different things. Right? I'm going deeper into the Renaissance and things of that nature. And you find out, when you really watch how the history, right, you see that ultimately that propaganda of pale skin being superior started in the 1400s.
That's right. Yeah.
That it's in perfect line with when the Byzantine Empire fell. And what was a major thing that made the Byzantine Empire fell in the so-called black men that weren't ruling Europe anymore? What happened was the Black Plague.
That's right. The fever. Yeah.
1350s, man. 1350.
That's
It
right.
lines up perfectly.
That's
man.
right. That's right.
Right, and then when they started pushing that pop propaganda, right, about that, the pale skin or whatnot, that was around the 1400s. That's when it started, the Renaissance period.
That's right.
When they started putting up them images, and then they had their elites. They paint their face with put powder on their face. Okay, why did they put? Because that was the sign of superiority, opulence, so on and so forth. You see when you line up everything, when you start to go deep, everything lines up with prophecy.
That's right.
That's why Esau can't come up against us. He can try, but it's going to fail.
That's right.
So like, who's reading? Go ahead, bro.
Okay. So I'll jump to verse 7. And when verse 7, and when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison, and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth.
And that's as soon as he got into power, he started to deceive. What's one of his deceptions? White supremacy.
That's right.
That's a major deception.
That's right.
Okay? You know what I'm saying? That idea of having no melanin as being good, that's not a good thing. It's a deficiency.
Yeah.
That's no different from someone having leukemia, man. It's a form of deficiency. Okay?
That's right.
That's why when the sun, you need sunblock. You're not supposed to need sunblock.
That's right.
You're not supposed to need that.
That's right.
As a human being on the earth,
That's
you're
right.
not supposed to need sunblock.
That's right.
But Esau needs that because it's a particular deficiency. That's all it is.
That's right.
Right?
And I heard having blue eyes is not the greatest
No,
either.
blue eyes is weak. That's a weak eye genetic. That you get all kind of eye problems. You have problems even looking at snow.
That's right.
You got they call something called snow. What do they call that? the UV that comes through the snow,
Yeah, yeah.
reflects off the snow. They got problems in their eyes with that. But Esau has put it's a leprosy. But no, it doesn't say that in the scriptures.
It's not in the scriptures.
It doesn't say, so you can't say that, right? So ultimately,
I'm gonna talk to you.
oh yeah, but
shalom.
ultimately, what you call it? That he put that as better.
Yeah,
He put that as better. Yeah, but which is not true.
it's not true.
You know,
That's right.
you might say you like the color or whatever, but it's not. It's a weaker. It has a weaker makeup.
That's right,
It's
that's
a weaker
right.
genetic makeup.
That's right.
Okay, that's the truth. You may like the color or whatever, but it's a weaker genetic
That's right.
makeup. That's the
Correct
fact.
myself. I believe it's a lack of melanin in the eye.
Yeah, just what I said. It is a lack of melanin. It is a lack of melanin in the eye. That's true. That is true.
That's why I said it was
Yeah, but that's
lack of
yeah.
melanin. Lack of melanin.
Go ahead.
It says here in
So
Psalm,
let me finish.
Oh, you're still reading?
Yeah. So Revelation 20 and verse 8, and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth, God and Magog, to gather them together to battle, the number of whom is as the sand of the sea.
Right. Number of whom is as the sand of the sea. Okay? That's it on that? Okay, go ahead.
it says here in Psalms 58,
So through that wicked rulership, ultimately it's going to lead to the World War III,
That's right.
right? Gog and Magog. You're dealing with Russia, right? Russia's going to shoot those nuclear missiles along with their allies and destroy America.
That's right.
This is the prophecies. Man. Where do you find that? You find it in the Bible. All right? Go ahead.
it says here in Psalms 58 and 3, the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies.
But that's what Esau does. So a lot of times Esau will know that if Esau knows the truth, he'll even be more aggressive with the lies. Eh?
Yeah, yeah.
That's how you know Esau kind of knows certain things. He becomes harder with his lies. When he doesn't know, he's just like, this is ridiculous. And then he hears the truth and he's like, oh, where'd you get that from? But if he knows the truth, he's gonna come with all kind of lies and deception.
That's right. That's right.
Go ahead.
That's it.
Sit on that. Go ahead, bro.
Okay, this is the book of Psalms 37 and 35. I have seen the wicked in great power, spreading himself like a green bay tree.
Yeah, he spread himself. That started with what? England, the ancient Romans did it too, but England in this time was the main imperialist to go around and colonize the whole planet.
Mm-hmm.
They went everywhere, taking over lands, enslaving people,
Yeah.
destroying nations. They actually wiped out the Tasmanians, these different Aborigines, and you know what I'm saying? So they were the main ones to do that. You see? So when it says he spread himself like a green bay tree, it's speaking about Esau, the Edomites.
That's right.
Read
That's
that
right.
again, bro.
This is Psalms 37 and 35. I have seen the wicked in great power.
The wicked, right? So there is a race of people that's known as the wicked in the Bible. Well, God loves everyone. No, the Bible doesn't say that. Okay? The Bible says that there's actually a people that he loves, the Israelites, the true Israelites, right? And then there's the people that he hates, the Edomites. Okay? Go ahead.
I have seen the wicked in great power and spreading himself like a green bay tree. Yet he passed away, and lo, he was not.
So he took all that time, going back 500 years, the Renaissance period, to spread his tentacles everywhere, right? And the Most High is going to take him out, destroy him completely. You know what I mean? So really, that's like all that work for nothing. All that colonization, all that trying to bring everyone into this one world government for nothing. It says when he's about to fill his belly, oh, he shall not enjoy the. Give me that shit, quiet. He's not going to get to enjoy everything that he's stolen and brought to himself. Go ahead. Okay, go.
Yet he passed away, and lo, he was not. Yet I sought him, but he could not be found.
Yeah, because that's how low Esau's going to be brought in
That's
the
right.
kingdom to come. You know what I mean? He's not going to come here, do all this wickedness, and then be on top through the wickedness, and then be on top in the kingdom.
That's right. That's
No,
right.
no. We're going to a complete role reversal, man.
That's right. That's right.
Like the movie Trading Places, man.
That's right. That's right.
Which, by the way, that movie was done by Aaron Russo. Right? And Aaron Russo had inside information. So what was he trying to express? Right? Because basically in that movie, what he showed was that Jake was righteous, even though he was in a low position. When he came on that top position, the so-called black man, which was who was playing that? Who was playing that role? Was that Eddie Murphy?
Yeah, that was Eddie Murphy.
Right? So although he was in that low estate at that time, a homeless person, when he came into that position of rulership, he was righteous, and he was helpful, he was generous. You know, he cared for the servants, and oh my goodness, this is great. And they didn't want the Edomites back. You know, the Edomite thought he was going to be a degenerate on top too, right? But it didn't work that way. You know, so Esau. So what did Aaron Russo know? What was his message? You know,
that's why you go in the book of it's in the Apocalypse. It says that righteousness is immortal. Okay?
That's right.
Righteousness is eternal, meaning that wickedness is temporal. Okay. So go ahead.
On that point, it says here in Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 6, therefore have we erred from the way of truth, and the light of righteousness had not shined unto us, and the sun of righteousness rose not upon us.
Right, the son of righteousness rose. Right, that's it. Right, so it's all about lies for Esau. And it doesn't dwell in it. Right?
We wearied ourselves in the way of wickedness and destruction. Yet we have gone through deserts where there lay no way. But as the way of the Lord, we have not known it. What had pride profited us, or what good had riches with our vaunting brought us. All those things are passed away like a shadow, and as a ghost that hasted by.
Yeah, all those things are about to be passed away, man. All right, since it's not getting on. You have to endure it.
It says here, even so, verse 13, even so we in like manner, as soon as we are born, began to draw to our end, and have no sign of virtue to shew, but we're consumed in our own wickedness. For the hope of the ungodly is like dust that is blown away with the wind, like a thin froth that is driven away with the storm, like as the smoke which is dispersed here and there with the tempest, and passeth away, as the remembrance of a guest that tarrieth but a day. But the righteous live forever, forevermore. The reward also is with the Lord, and the care of them is with the Most High.
Right, that's it. Good. Okay,
Job 20 and verse 14, yet his meat in his bowels is turned, and it is the gall of asp within him. He has swallowed down riches and shall vomit them up.
He's going to vomit everything up that he did, man. Everything up that he did, he's going to give to us. Man.
That's right.
Everything that he stole, he's going to give to us, man. That's how it's going to be, man. You know? So all of this stuff was for nothing. You know? It was 500 years, really, plus, let's say 600 years, in vain. You know? Go ahead.
It says, Yahweh shall cast them out of his belly. Verse 18, that which he labored for shall he restore, and he shall not swallow it down. According to his substance shall the restitution be, and he shall not rejoice therein.
Yeah. You shall not rejoice therein. But you see what? Because what? The Lord is going to take him out right when he thinks he's about to fully establish it. You know? Go ahead.
It says, because he hath oppressed and had forsaken the poor, because he had violently taken away an house.
See, you think because the way you get rich, it doesn't matter how you get it. It matters.
It does. Yeah.
You know, it matters how you get it.
Yeah.
All money is not good money.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
You're
That's
going to
right.
have to pay for the way that you acquired all these things. You know, that's what Esau doesn't. He thinks that, I just got it, that's it. So that's why he believes in survival of the fittest.
Yeah.
Because in survival of the fittest mentality, there's no accountability.
That's
You know,
right.
it's just,
Yeah.
I got it, whatever I did to do, I got it, you know? See? I gave them blankets with smallpox, but I got it.
Yeah.
I did this, I did that. You know? See, that's an immoral man. And the Most High is a rewarder of those that are wicked. So if you do wickedness, there's a reward for that too.
That's right. That's right.
See?
That's right. That's why I said the Lord is not mocked, man. Whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Go ahead.
It says, because he had violently taken away an house which he builded not.
Right.
Surely he shall not feel quietness.
And then
in
this devil, the scriptures speak about how they speak wickedly concerning oppression. And then this devil wants to talk like he didn't do nothing wrong. You know? Like he did a favor. You know? All the wickedness he did. You know? Even over there in Australia, that's kind of recent history. You know? And what he did, he wiped out whole tribes and all that. You know? Treat them like cattle. And then he's acting like, this is our Australia. This is us. You know? So what's going to happen? What's going to happen? What are the rest of the nations going to do when it's their time to get their get back? You know what I'm saying? They're going to remember all those things that you said, man. That's why I said he shall be spoiled, man. Because he spoiled many nations, all the people shall spoil thee.
That's right. That's right.
Hey, man, it's one thing you do, a person does wickedness and they feel bad about the wickedness. It's another thing they do wickedness and then they're talking shit.
That's right. That's right.
You know what I'm saying? You know? Go ahead, bro. I got some real quick. Go ahead.
Okay, this is Proverbs 28:8.
And they're proud about the wickedness. Yeah. Go ahead.
He that
I'm not gonna be proud if my father got a business and a home by murdering people to take their business and home. I'm not gonna be proud about that.
Yeah.
Well, I have riches because my father murdered a family. I'm not gonna be proud about that. But they're proud about that shit. Go ahead.
they are filled with shame.
They're filled with shame for glory. Their glory is really shame.
It is. That's right.
They justify themselves.
Oh,
We gave them we civilized them.
These devils, man. There's something else, boy. Hey, can't wait. We gotta pray for this kingdom to fall quicker, man.
That's right.
We gotta pray for this kingdom to fall quicker.
That's right.
And they wonder why Jake don't have a smile on his face.
Yeah.
Jake is don't have a smile. The devils are still in rulership, man.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Wicked, evil rulership, man. Go ahead, man.
This is Proverbs 28:8. He that by usury and unjust gain increases his substance, he shall gather it for him that will pity the poor.
I'm trying not to get so barky, but you know, listen, brother. Sometimes the spirit just gets you. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, bro.
Proverbs 28:8. He that by usury and unjust gain increases his substance, he shall gather it for him that will pity the poor.
That's right. So meaning he's gonna lose everything that he gained. Right? You're clearly on the decline now. You know, you're on the decline. All this truth is coming out. One of the main reasons they're on the decline is because of the truth. You know?
Scripture also says that because of unrighteous dealings, oh, okay. And riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Well, yeah, you can read. He pretty much quoted it.
Because the Lord has observed your works. The Lord Yahweh has observed your works. And you know what I'm saying? You're going to receive according to your judgment, right? Like we said earlier, unrighteousness is not eternal, man. It's temporal, man. Okay? So that's the reason you're downfall, man.
That's right.
That's right.
And then he gets mad. He got the nerve. You got the speaking wickedly concerning oppression. You got it?
Yeah.
Bring that up.
Psalm 73 and verse 5.
Did you see the video that the elder Raquel Kwam did?
Yep.
About that devil? Yo, the way these devils be on X, you gotta go on X to find these devils, you know? Because they don't exist in the world until you go on X.
It's proof that there's nothing you can do to convince and try to reason with these people.
No, you can't reason with them. That's right, man.
You're not a people of reasoning.
They're not people of
All
reason.
the wickedness that they did, they'll still find a way to justify it.
Right.
And they'll play the victim.
It don't matter what they do, brother. They'll justify it. They shot bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki when they surrendered.
Yeah, 3 days apart. There's one, and they waited 3 days to drop the next one.
And they really just did that to experiment with the bombs. And they destroyed how many hundreds of thousands. You know, how much people died in Hiroshima and Nagasaki? That's still affecting that place in Japan right now.
Yeah.
Right now, they still feel the effects of that, man. Children were born with all like 5 eyes and, you know, extra fingers and hands. Go ahead. Right? And then this devil acts like he came and he helped people.
Yeah.
Well, you know, you got a cell phone. Are you serious? First of all, the cell phone is destroying people too.
That's right.
These people are through because of the cell phone, man.
That's right.
What are you talking about, man? Every invention this devil creates, really, you end up needing it for his society, because the way his society is, it ends up being part of the society, but it actually destroys you. People are more stupid. They're constantly, they need dopamine hits. They flip it up and down through TikTok for like 3 hours.
That's right.
Sometimes you get lost in that. You're like, hey, what am I doing, man?
Yeah.
Like, it's like you want to delete the whole app, man.
Gotcha.
It's an enchantment, man. But then he's saying, we destroyed it and destroyed all these people, destroyed the earth, and you got a cell phone. And car that destroys the earth more. And big screen, don't forget you can't forget the flat screen.
It's slavery. Which we did it said that I believe there's thousands or millions of phones that are being discarded daily, and that alone has a negative effect on the earth.
And that's mismanagement of rulership, brother. That's a mismanagement of rulership.
Yep.
The fact that you have all this plastic in the ocean, right? That's a mismanagement of rulership. Because they're all about profit, 100% profit, no morality, no common sense. I don't know where's this high IQ they're talking about, man. Because through the rulership, you don't see it.
That's right.
I don't see it through this rulership. It's a very stupid rulership, man.
That's right.
Look what the SAQ did with the bottles. They buy the bottles from America, and then we're not going to sell it. So the bottles you already bought, you're not going to sell to make profit before you stop buying. So they're shot away millions of dollars. So they're a bunch of idiots. They're a bunch of goddamn idiots, man. I'm like, these are buffoons. I was trying to sign up to see if they could give it to me. They're going to send me some. Let me get 20 bubble cushion. Let me get 20 of them things. You know, you're just shooting away. But what sense does that make? You're not even hurting them at that point.
No.
How you hurting them? You hurt them when you stop buying it. You could pass it. You hurt them when you stop buying the product. That's where the hurt starts. If you already bought the product, you're hurting yourself by not selling it.
That's right.
Oh my gosh, these people are dumb, bro. But they think because they're in suits and ties, oh, these got to be the high IQ. These are idiots that are ruling the earth, man. But they're following a formula, right? And really, that formula was given to them by the elites, and the elites just keep recycling the same formula over and over. Like the elder apostle Gabar always says that the elites are not so prolific. It's just they keep following the same formula, right? And the people are really stupid because most of them haven't caught on yet. A lot of them have, but a lot of them still haven't caught on to it. Go ahead.
Sirach 10 and 3, an unwise king destroyed his people. Through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited.
And the people are completely destroyed. If you look at the people back even 100 years ago, compared to, it's just increasingly getting worse.
Worse and worse.
Right? Because the rulership is not good rulership. It's not good management.
That's right.
They're not supposed to be in a position of rulership. There's something called, they call it eugenics, which the word Eugene in eugenics means royal. Right? So they're trying to say basically that they're of the royal seed. But look at what you're doing. You're not in a position, you're not in the mind state of ruling. You don't have the proper mindset to rule.
That's right.
So you're not really the royal people.
That's right.
The royal people are supposed to have the mindset to rule and govern in justice and equity. Right? This is not a justice-based system.
That's right.
Okay? Go ahead. Okay, there's more than that? Go ahead, brother.
Real quick, it says here, 1 Maccabee 1 and 7. So Alexander reigned 12 years and then died, and his servants bare rule everyone in his place. And after his death...
Well, read that again.
1 Maccabee 1 and 7.
Yep.
So Alexander reigned 12 years.
That's dealing with Alexander the Greek, right? Go ahead.
And then died.
Now, first of all, this was the beginning of so-called white people coming into rulership. Edomites coming into rulership. The first Edomite to come, the first nation was known as the Greeks. It started with Alexander. Before that, it was all the darker nations. Persians, Egypt, Assyrians, which Babylonians, okay, which were the Assyrians as well. All right, Medes. Then Esau came into power. But listen to what it says when Esau came into power. To show you, this is giving you right here the image of the wicked. Read that.
I mean, go ahead. Even the Greeks, they stole that identity from the dark nation that was ruling before them.
Yeah, well, everything Esau gets is
Everything he does is stealing. He's stealing, okay? Which were a prophetic nation.
Yeah, they were Japhetic. Yeah, the Etruscans, right? The Minoans. Because even Rome, that whole culture came from the Etruscans. The Greek was Yavan. This was the one. I thought that was Yavan. But those were both Japhetic nations. So he's been bullying Jaffa.
Oh yeah.
Australia, he's been looking for Jaffa and bullying Jaffa out of rulership, you know? Jaffa's gonna get Esau good, man. What? When the kingdom comes, Jaffa is gonna have fun with these Edomites, man. So like, who's reading that? Go ahead, bro.
So I'll read that again. First Maccabee 1:7. So Alexander reigned 12 years and then died. And his servants bare rule everyone in his place. And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves. So did their sons, and after them many. So did their sons after them many years. And
Hold on. Give me the word multiply. Give me the definition of the word multiply. Read it again.
Yeah. And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves. So did their sons after many years. After them many years, and evils were multiplied in the earth.
Right. So after Alexander the Greek came into power, which was the first so-called white man to be in a position of power like that, right? As a kingdom, was the Greeks. Alexander the Greek. It says that evils were multiplied in the earth after that.
That's right.
That's why we tell you there's a nation known as the wicked that brought wickedness. They multiplied wickedness.
That's right.
So you look at the state of the earth now. Oh my goodness, this earth is drenched in wickedness, man.
That's right.
Now you don't even have to travel to go do wicked. Now you just pull out your phone and all kind of wickednesses you can do on the phone. All kind of sites, you know.
That's not accessible.
Huh?
How is it accessible?
Everything's accessible. You know. Go ahead, bro.
This is Proverbs 29:16. When the wicked are multiplied, transgression increaseth.
Yeah.
But the righteous shall see their fall.
Transformers can shine and get commercials. This is a toll, and it could be on in your home. It could come on the TV in your home to indoctrinate your children while you're not there.
Yeah.
The ads,
The shows. Everywhere.
Every show's a flavor now.
Yeah. It's normal.
Parades.
So it's like you expect. Like you might watch a show and you just know eventually someone's gonna end up a flame.
Oh yeah,
It's like you're just
expecting-
waiting.
yeah.
It's like, yo,
Yeah.
you're surprised. If it doesn't happen, you're surprised because it got so normalized.
Even that's what got me so mad with not the Hunger Games, the Squid Games.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
When that thing died,
Oh, Tawana.
I got real into it. That's when I really started to get back into the show again. Because it wouldn't die.
Yeah, it wouldn't die. Every episode is like that.
Go ahead.
This is the word multiply. It says rabah. It says to be or become
They
great.
put the day you're doing the motion with the guy. Yeah. Go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Bro? You know what I'm saying? How you doing the motion? Yeah. Go ahead, man.
The word multiply, it says is rabah in the Hebrew. Be or become great. Be or become many. Be or become much. Be or become numerous.
Numerous. What? All right, numerous. I really wanted to get the multiply in the regular dictionary. Okay, go ahead.
So like
numerous.
it said become great.
Yeah.
Because when Esau became Esau set up wickedness as the standard.
Yes, right.
So it became great. So if you in order to be established in the society, in order to move up in the society, you would have to be you have to do iniquity.
Wicked. You have to be.
Yeah.
You have to be. Look at how the Roman Empire was and the Greek Empire. It was all about treachery to get to the top. You see, when you go back to the Persian, it was like you were a root of that monarchy. There was all this hereditary.
Yeah.
You know, them it was you scumbag this guy, you poison that guy, yeah, you backstab that guy, you bribe these guys.
Wow.
Yeah.
They show that in the what's the Wishes.
Yeah.
Wishes.
Oh my gosh, those
Yeah.
guys.
First 2 episodes. man wants to become pope, but he's not just waiting. Yeah, man. Of course. Think of an offer he can't refuse.
Right. That's why it says folly is set in great dignity.
Dignity, yeah.
Well, speaking of the Borgias, that's like the beginning stages. Well, that's like when Esau was pretty much getting up. He was up in there already by that time. That was like the 1500s. He was up in there already. He was already in a position of rulership. But they were known as the first crime family, the Borgias. Okay? Because they were just pure wicked. Pure wicked. You know? When he murdered his brother, he slept with his sister. And that's the person they actually have up as Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That image of Jesus Christ is actually a painting of Cesare Borgia. And we tell you these guys that's not the real image. Oh, that's my because they've been indoctrinated.
That's right.
Through lies and deception. Go ahead. Go ahead.
This is Proverbs 30. Verse.
Oh, did you get the definition of multiply? Okay, go ahead.
This is the definition of the word multiply in Google. It says to obtain from a number another that contains the first number, a specified number of times. Increase or cause to increase greatly in number or quantity.
That's it, increased greatly. And the brother brought up the point that, an excellent point that, you know, that's what was a standard of to be on those high positions, was to be wicked. Right? If you want something to be promoted, you want something to go run rampant through the society, glorify that.
Yep.
Show that as a way to get glory. That's why Jake is doing what he's doing in the hood. Okay? Because you show through these imagery, through the music, through all these things that these Edomites, our enemies have actually propped up.
That's right.
And they think that that's cool.
That's true.
Right? They think that that's what's how you get success. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Go ahead. Go ahead. And then on top of that, they see the women of the community. That's what they want. So they just naturally they're going that way. They could have been a scientist and this and that. I knew Jakes that were so had photographic memories, man. And one of my best friends in the world, he had a photographic memory, man. Did he use that? No, he didn't. Because of the culture that was created, right, to destroy you. That's why it was created, by the way. Okay, these music execs, they're not from your neighborhood, man.
That's right.
They're profiting from your destruction, but they ain't from where you're from. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, bro.
This is the book of Proverbs 16 and 29. A violent man.
Leo Cohen, these demons, man. Leo Cohen, Lucian Grant. You know? You think they're gonna bring back music like Stevie Wonder? No. You got Jakes that can easily these spirits are reincarnated.
That's right.
There's a bunch of Jakes that can learn the piano, the violin, that know how to play it. A lot of them know how to play. Some of them grew up in Germany and different places.
That's right.
They know how to play these different things. But where they end up doing trap music.
Yeah.
Go ahead, man.
Proverbs 16 and 29. A violent man entices his neighbor and leadeth him in the way that is not good.
And leadeth him in a way that's not good. And it led you in that way. They led you in that way. Oh, get me that woe to him that giveth his neighbor drink. So the scriptures details perfectly the crimes of Esau. Man. It goes into detail and it breaks it down. You know how he operates, man. And then when you really dig deep into the history and the things that he does, you clearly see what it's how destructive it was.
That's right.
Go ahead.
This is Habakkuk 2 in verse 15. It says, woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink.
Yep.
That puttest thy bottle to him.
And that part of that gangster rap, that's a drink. Okay? The fast food shops all every corner, but the liquor shops is a drink. Because you're in the neighborhood and there's no healthy food around. Like,
Yeah.
Come on, man. That's exactly what you're going to do. All right? You're going to go and eat those unhealthy. And that leads to also having aggression.
Yeah.
All kind of, bro, that diet is so important, man. Jake does not think about diet at all.
That's true.
Okay?
It says, that puttest thy bottle.
And really, he wasn't taught.
No, it wasn't.
His parents never taught him, probably might have been a single mother. His parents never taught him that because they never learned that.
That's right.
You see?
Where it says that you shall go to the oppressor for the want of all things.
Yeah.
Right.
So Esau is giving you these drinks, you know, those philosophies.
Right.
That only lead to your destruction, man.
That's right. That's right. Go ahead.
It said,
See, at least back in the day, like I'm talking about way back in the day, they didn't have fast food restaurants everywhere, right? So it's like most people cooked. So that was a better thing in itself. But then when they started see, this is why Esau's convenience is destructive, because he does that, but it's not nothing good. It's not like give you a convenient, way to have the Sabbath, Give you a temple every corner that you can go and worship on the Sabbath. On the Sabbath. They're not doing things like that. They're giving you destructive things. They're making that convenient. So that fast food, that was on everywhere. So Jake was like, I ain't even cooking.
Yeah.
You see? Go ahead, bro.
thou puttest thy bottle to him and makest him drunk.
And then how they get them is they get them as children. Because as a child, you start eating those addictive foods, those fast foods that actually have extra sugar in it, different preservatives that get you addicted. And from a child, you crave that constantly.
Yeah, that's right.
So this man, his rulership is all messed up, man. They don't need to be in a position of rulership. They need to be told what to do. Go ahead, brother.
It says here in Proverbs 22:6, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it.
Yeah.
They start their, indoctrination from a young age. And then, like you said, all those things that they were taught when they were young, it follows them throughout their adulthood when they grow up. And then now they become degenerate all the way through. And then from that point, they can't turn back to the right way unless the Lord brings them out of that darkness.
Him that is accustomed to evil, they're accustomed to do evil. It's a miracle that Yahweh Shai took us out of this.
That's right.
All them brothers all them young brothers and them older brothers even worse, because they've been doing that since they were children, right? This is all a miracle of Yahweh Shai. You can't look at this as not a miracle. If you're looking at this as just a regular thing, you're really not thinking spiritually.
That's right. That's right.
This is definitely a miracle. That's right. Okay? As soon as you woke up as a child, as soon as you wake up, first thing you eat Fruit Loops, Lucky Charms, and that's all poison, man. It's the biggest bowl you can find. Just throwing out the flowers out of the vase. Pour it with, huh? But that was in the music videos. I remember Ludacris and then a big. Come on, man. This is so he threw, man. Jake was through. All of these things add up, and then on top of it, the stressful environment Jake comes from. It's a surprise Jake is not. He's all off himself, man.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. All these different things. Which even the movie Cold Tyrone. Go ahead, guys. Right? Even the movie Cold Tyrone shows how it was in the food.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of truth behind that. That's why the apostle Rakhah said what? It's a documentary. Let's sit on that.
Back to Habakkuk 2 and verse 15. It says, woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that puttest thy bottle to him, and makest him drunken also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness.
Right. Meaning that you can see them in that lower state. Right? Because before that, Jake was on a... Bro, if you go to Jake just in the 40s, Jake was all in suits. All black men were in suits. Y'all dressed up spiffy. They didn't just leave the house. They had the clothes ironed, and things was more in order. They had respect for the older Jakes. The younger Jakes had respect for the older people.
That's right.
Even a kid that was 5 years older, he looked at him, oh my gosh, that's my senior,
Yeah.
I'm sure maybe when you were growing up, it was kind of like that.
Yeah, too. Yeah. More respect for the older. Yeah,
Even if
definitely.
they're like 3-4 years
Oh,
old.
definitely. Yeah, definitely.
Now, you crazy? The young kids cursing out old people. Now, you old niggas here don't know nothing.
That's true.
So it's just progressively getting worse.
Oh, yeah.
This is Proverbs 30 and verse and verse 11.
Even Jake was more brotherly. So like
Oh, yeah.
Jake was a lot more brotherly back then too. You know, because Jake, it would be hard to find a homeless black man because they would bring him in his house.
That's right.
That's how it was before the 40s and the 50s. Go to pass.
That's right.
That was before the go to pass. Go to pass. That's before the 40s and the 50s. Man.
That's right.
Okay, around that time. Okay.
You see a brother, you say hi, how you doing?
Right. You see.
Now it's like mean mugging and
Yeah.
this is crazy. Yeah.
You see them, you say hi, right?
Yeah.
But that's how it was in the islands too. When we come
Yeah.
from Jamaica and these other places, they have to say hi, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
They don't say hi, you'll be talked about.
Oh yeah. Whose kid is that?
You don't say bonjour.
Vagabond.
Yeah.
Shame.
Mal élevé.
Yeah.
Get a beating.
You get a beat. Oh, what? Because that's a stain on your parents' image, you know?
I sound like you got a couple beatings like
But the scripture says that you have to rise up before the holy head.
That's right.
You know?
That's part of our law.
It's part of our culture. It's part of our law.
It's part of our law. Yep. That's right. That's right. Go ahead. But if you do that now, they're gonna look at you weird. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I tried that. I go, yeah, they're gonna look at you bugged out. Walk it up. I turn the corner and call it police. But
Yeah. This is Proverbs 30 and verse 11. It says,
you want to do the you want to keep the laws, but you know what? It's just not. The society is going to pass. The society is not conducive. For
Yeah,
that.
exactly. Yeah.
It's not conducive. It's literally against that. You know? Go ahead.
yeah, this is Proverbs 30 and verse 11. It says, there is a generation that curseth their father and doth not bless their mother.
Yeah. Well, look at this. What pass? You can pass. You can pass. But look at this guy, David Goggins. His daughter has recently came out and said, he has a deadbeat, and he gave her about almost pretty much he gave her $1 million. $1 million. Man. He's a deadbeat, and they're trying to basically she damages his brand and like defaming him. You know.
Wow.
So this is like a trend now.
Yeah.
You know, a 50 Cent son did the same thing because he's not, but he's pretty much a black woman.
Yeah.
Male body. That's what he has become, being under his mother. That's what he has become.
Yeah.
Vindictive.
Yeah.
You know, vengeful, hate, wicked. Yo, the guy went and took pictures with his
Red Cross?
with his enemies.
Yeah.
That's something the end up would do
Yeah, that's it. Exactly.
just to get back at you. That's not something a grown man would do. But like I told you, he's really a woman in a male's body. Go ahead. Go ahead. You can pass it.
That's why 50 said I have a new kid now. 50 said I got a new
That's
son.
right. That's right. So I'm 100% agreeing with you. You need to be. He's like a woman too, by the way.
Yeah, that's true.
But
He is. He's
but the
petty.
son is even worse.
Yeah.
He's like that too. But his son is even a lot worse. Though. He's like just too emotionally effeminate, you know. But what was I gonna say? I was about to say something. Anyways, go ahead and read. Real quick. You want to say something?
Nope.
Go ahead and read.
It says here, Sirach 3 and Sirach 2. For the Lord had given the father honor over
And
the children.
these Jake's gotta normalize just disowning these wicked, disobedient children. See, the way they act in the world is like you do something. Let's say the father, let's say the children have a problem with the father or whatever. They're looking like the father or the mother gotta come and beg the child to get back in their life.
Yeah.
What do you think this is, man? Like they think they're over the parents or something. They don't work that way, man. You know? You're on this earth because you're your parents.
That's
you know
right.
what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
You gotta show up with a level of honor. They ain't gonna come to you begging you to be in their life, man. You know what I'm saying? I was like, what are these guys talking about, man? This place is completely backwards.
That's
man.
right. That's right.
Go ahead, man.
Yep. So it says here, Sirach 3 and 2. For the Lord had given the father honor over the children, had confirmed the authority of the mother over the sons.
Right.
Whoso honoreth his father maketh an anointment for his sins.
Even this is lost in this society. The Western society, they don't honor the parents, man. They don't honor the father and the mother, man. You know? Go ahead.
He that honoreth his mother is one that layeth up treasure. Whoso honoreth his father shall have joy of his own children. And when he maketh his prayer, he shall be heard. He that honoreth his father shall have a long life. And he that is obedient unto the Lord shall be comforted, shall be a comfort to his mother.
That's it.
He that feareth the Lord will honor his
And
father.
sometimes you got to put your pride aside, man. You know, it gets to those points. And I mean, if they're complete demons and unbearable, man, sometimes you got to do the Abraham thing. But at the same time, you don't have to be up all under them anyway. That's not what the law says. You got to be up under them 24/7. It just says to show a level of honor and respect.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what it says, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, it says here, honor thy father and thy mother both in word and deed, that a blessing may come upon thee
Right.
from them.
Right.
But-
Indeed, meaning that if they ask you to do something to help them, you help them.
That's
You know?
right. That's right.
In word, you don't just go ahead. You don't just like defame them. You know, say whatever comes to your head about them. You don't do that.
You don't do it.
You gotta have temperance and you know,
That's right.
try to make them look good to the best of your ability. You know, go ahead.
I'll go up to verse 7.
Or don't
he-
say nothing at all. If you find that good, don't say nothing. You know? Go ahead.
Yeah, it says here, verse 7, Sirach 3 and 7, he that feareth the Lord will honor his father and will do service unto his parents as unto his masters.
That's right. That's right. That shows you that the parents are over the children. In society, even when growing up, bro, I remember like in school, they used to try to make it seem like you're on the same level, you know? If they do this, you just call the police, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember in school they were indoctrinating the children like that back then. You know, so you get that air of pride because of what was taught to you. You know, instead of showing the proper reverence.
That's right.
You
Yeah.
know. Go ahead.
That's
We all grew up in this messed up society, this messed up rulership. Go ahead.
In the book of 2nd Ezra 5 and 8, there shall be in a confusion also in many places, and the fire shall be oft sent out again, and the wild beasts shall change their place.
Weren't- at that time, when you go back 50, 60 years, the parents weren't friends with children.
No, 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 no.
Now they're friends. Now they're equals. They're friends, they're buddies.
Yeah, that's true.
You know?
That's when they used to beat you, they used to say that I'm not your friend.
Yeah, they used to say that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. Well, that shows you all the Jakes. I don't care what tribe. You know, it's the same. You know, that's the same wording. You know? That's true.
Yeah, that's
but
true.
now the parents have become the friends in it because that's what Esau promoted as good parenting.
That's right.
It's
Yeah.
not good parenting.
No, it's not.
Right? Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm going to finish it
Oh,
off.
okay, Salaki, brother.
Second Esdras in 5 and 8 to finish it off. And monstrous woman shall bring forth monsters.
That also went into the deformities. You could also look at them and see that they're monsters in the spirit. Go ahead, bro.
This is Sirach 30 and verse 9. Conquer thy child, and he shall make thee
Conquer.
afraid.
Look at that word conquer. Look at the word conquer. Not conquer, conquer. You can do both of them. Okay.
It says
So spell it out.
C-O-C-K-E-R.
C-K-E-R. C-O-C-K-E-R. Okay, read that again. Sure. Yeah, when you got it. You got it?
It says here, conquer in the Merriam-Webster definition. It says here, indulge, pamper.
Yeah, pamper. Yeah. Spoil them. You ain't supposed to be spoiled. I don't care if you're a millionaire. You ain't supposed to be spoiling your children. Okay? In that sense, you should be making them work for certain things. You know? To get certain inheritances and certain benefits. You know, because then they become spoiled and they become entitled. They become ungrateful. See, Yahweh Shemiel Shai doesn't spoil his men like that. You know? They have to go through trials and tribulations to get to levels, right? You know? So it's not good to do that. And that's the thing. That's what's going on with these rich kids. Like, good example is 50 Cent's son. Or what am I supposed to do with like 16K a month? What am I supposed to do with that? Crazy. Huh? But the guy that was listening, that was talking, was like, what would you do, right? He's like, bro, you can do a lot with that. I can't do nothing like that. Because he's been being pampered his whole life. What a past. He's been being pampered and babied his whole damn life. Okay? And they act like that's what you're supposed to do. You got all the money, that's what you're supposed to do. No. The man, first of all, let me tell you something. If I want to give my son, I want my son to live in a modest home, that's my prerogative. I don't care if I'm a billionaire, that's my prerogative. Esau's going to tell you where you got to. I'm going to raise how I want to raise my child. But you see, that shows you that you don't even own your children.
That's don't belong to you.
Now, yeah, the standard of living has to be up with your standard. What? Says who? So, hold on. If you're the parent, then you should take care of the child. Since you're the parent,
That's
since
right,
you
that's
make
right.
the rules, and, you know what I mean? The society is backwards, man.
Any solution for a child that disobeyed. If I was a parent, I would send my child to Africa to Gabon for a good 2-3 weeks, for a whole month actually. Send him there, and then he'll come back straight down. Yeah, after a month of cold shower, he'll understand.
Why?
I know chicks that went back to get rehabilitated. They came back to get more demons.
Oh, send them back.
You know? They got more demons on them. Yeah, really. It wasn't flat, you know?
You can't have it. You can't have it.
To be honest, you gotta, all the raising you have to do is as an adolescent, as a young person, not an adolescent, as a youth. That's when that's the most important time of raising. That's when the licks and all that's supposed to come. When they hit 13, 14, they're their own person.
Yeah, that's true.
They're their own person at that point. You know?
As it says, come back with 7 more demons. That's stronger than him.
Who's reading?
The definition was
You got the definition already, right?
Yeah.
It's set to pamper, right?
at the pamper.
That's it, man. You're not supposed to be all soft on your children like that. Scriptures even goes deeper. Go ahead, bro.
It says, "Conquer thy child, and he shall make thee afraid."
And see, if you're stern with them, the daughter will put it on TikTok to talk to you, to record you on TikTok, and they don't know what the hell is going on. They don't know what the conversation was beforehand, what the conversation was, what she did. They don't know nothing about it. But the father's the devil. According to the whole internet, he's the guy who was on the cast because of his facial expression. It's a sick place, man. It's a sick. Well, my thing is this: why are you still dealing with somebody recording you while you're talking? As soon as I see the phone out, first of all, break it up for you.
Yeah.
You're on your own. All right? Because I can't trust you no more.
No. That's true.
How can I trust you? I'm talking to you. Yeah, and what did you tell me? And what did you say? You know, pressing on TikTok. That's the thing. How can I trust that person? What is she gonna do? You know?
Yeah, true.
What is she? Let's say if I decide to you know, get to an argument with her, or that forget about it. She's gonna add on to this.
Oh yeah.
You know, she's gonna add on to this.
Oh yeah.
So some of them actually took cameras and hit themselves.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I heard
that's
story
already a
like
red
that.
flag. Huh?
I heard story like that.
It's already, yeah. It's already a red flag for you. You pull out the phone while you're talking. What's wrong with this person? Like the apostle story with that guy from IUIC. Make sure you record everything. Because they never know Make sure you record everything. You never know when it might bite you in the ass and shit like that. Go ahead, man. Good. Go ahead.
It says, "Conquer thy child, and he shall make thee afraid. Play with him, and he will bring thee to heaviness." It says, "Play with him, and he will bring thee to heaviness. Laugh not with him, lest thou have sorrow with him, and lest thou gnash thy
Yeah, so
teeth."
there you gotta play baseball. That's Edomite culture. Play baseball, shoot the ball back and forth all day. So you spend some quality time, brother. The father's out there doing what the fuck he's doing, man. You see him when the father really steps in is when he gets about 9 years old, to teach him how to be a man, to transition him from 9 to 12 and beyond. Go ahead and pass it. To transition him from 9 to 12 and beyond. That's how it was supposed to be, man. That's Daryl there playing Goo Goo Gaga. That's the woman's job, man.
Sure.
A big grown man, a big beard, talking about Goo Goo Gaga, man. I mean, you can play with your. I'm not saying you can't play. You can play with your child. But I'm saying they act like that's like his role or something.
Yeah.
No, that's not his role.
That's
It's not his role. He could do it. It's not wrong with it. I'm not saying it's not wrong with doing that. But they treat it like that. Like if you're not doing that every day,
yeah,
you know,
you're wicked.
not-
You're wicked.
It's madness. Because you're they should pay all the bills, make sure you're protected, and then guide the household. That's your job.
That's right. That's right.
Go ahead, man.
It says, laugh
So
not.
so this place is all vanity because you can do all of those things and still be looked at as the devil.
Mm-hmm.
You could do all of those things and still they'll call you wicked.
That's right.
Go put you on goddamn TikTok, man. You know? Go ahead, man.
It says, laugh not with him.
And they don't even, and the thing with these people is they don't even listen to hear the full story. They just, as soon as, bro, every time I watch those videos, I'm like, okay, but what's the other side of the story? I always say, yo, what's the full story here? Any bunch of these hyenas, these dumb, you don't want to say that. These airhead chicks, they're there, oh my God, oh my goodness. But then, you don't even know what's going on. Halfway in the argument, they press record.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Halfway through the argument, then they press record.
Yeah.
And now, no, but the record is only for 60 seconds. But they know the whole gist. They know what happened. They know, where it began. That's why that's why we should just gotta ignore most of these people. Go ahead.
They drop a comment already.
Yeah, but they drop the comment like they know it's the whole story.
Yeah.
And then you find out they were wrong. Then they don't say sorry, don't say nothing. Just keep going about their business. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Ecclesiasticus 11 and verse 7, blame not before thou hast examined the truth.
Right.
Understand first, then rebuke.
Right. But
Yeah.
they don't do that. Because they don't, first of all, they don't even have they shouldn't even have opinions. Let's start with that. But if you're gonna speak on something, you should have the full understanding of what's going on. That's how you're supposed to before you open your mouth. That's what I'm saying. This world shows you how degenerate. I mean, social media shows you how degenerate this world is, man. The mind state and how opposite it is to the scriptures, man. Go ahead, bro.
Finishing off, it says, laugh not with him. It's around 30 and verse 10. Laugh not with him, lest thou have sorrow with him, and lest thou gnash thy teeth.
Yeah, because what is he saying? What is he saying? Familiarity breeds contempt. It still applies.
That's right.
Yeah, if you try to drink something, all of a sudden you're eating or drinking coffee while it slaps you in the head.
Oh, it's a prank, Dad. It's real.
And
You see shit like that, bro.
Not with Levites though. Not.
I see Levi's kids like that too.
Oh yeah.
Like that with the powerful first.
Haitian brothers.
Yeah, John, the main guy, been there for years. Dreads. He used to have dreads.
Oh, his kids could do that.
Number one. Yeah, bro. Yeah, he's the top guy. He's the top prince.
Yo, yeah, this pot's going back.
All of these tribes do it, bro.
Oh,
Every tribe does it.
time changed. I guess.
Where's he going? He's a top guy. He's been doing that for like has to be 10 plus years. It starts with a J. His name starts with a J. Jackson, maybe so. Jackson.
Wow.
Something like that. Wow, shit. Yeah. Anyways.
Says it.
You got more?
Finishing off, it says, give him no liberty in his youth,
I know exactly what you're talking about. Something like that. Go ahead.
and wink not at his follies.
Yeah, so meaning you're supposed to be strict. As a father, really you're supposed to be strict.
Yeah, for sure.
See, but they teach you now that's abusive. They did, and then they have these stupid sayings. Oh, well, if you stop them from doing it, they're gonna want to do it. What? If you just let them do what they want, what do they think they're gonna do? You gotta have a level of boundary. But guess what? If they do it and they get the consequence, then they gotta think about if it's worth getting the consequence. That's the thought process you're supposed to put in your head.
That's right.
A horse left to himself will become
Willful. So these places is backwards, man. Go ahead. And then the guy might try to the man might try to discipline the child, and then the mother will get in the midst of it. That's out of order. That's completely out of order, man. Go ahead, man. She's supposed to be backing you up a bit.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
This
But,
is,
you know, but you see what they're doing, what they do, because they're like little kids. They're trying to fight to be liked.
Yeah, yeah, that's
So they're
right.
like little kids. They want to fight to be the most liked parent. Like if that's what this shit is about.
Yeah.
It's not about that. Go ahead, man. That's why you gotta treat them like kids, man, because they are like kids. Huh? Like tickle, tickle, tickle. Go ahead, man.
this is the book of Deuteronomy 20.
I be tickling my tickles. Tickle, tickle, tickle. Cracking up. Go ahead, man.
This is Deuteronomy 21 and verse 18. It says, if a man have a
Got you know?
Go ahead, no.
It's mine.
Why not? Got you know? Give it back. Go ahead.
This is Deuteronomy 21 and verse 18. It says, if a man have a stubborn and rebellious son, which will not obey the voice of his father or the voice of his mother, and that when they have chastened him, will not hearken unto them,
Right.
then
What do? Do you just put him in juvenile detention center so he could go come back out and be a bigger thief? Is that what you do? Go ahead.
it says,
Because they do come out with it as a bigger deep.
Of course.
To them, that's a step.
They learn new hustles and new ways.
That's true.
Go ahead.
it says, verse 19, then shall his father and his mother lay hold on him,
Right.
and bring him out unto the elders of the city and unto the gates of the place. Of his
Right,
place.
right. So they might have did everything right, you know, they might have disciplined him or whatever. But if it didn't work, right? So that's just a bad seed. Some seeds
Yeah,
are just bad spirits.
that's right. That's right.
You know, King David had some bad. Although he was a righteous man, he had some bad seeds.
Yeah, true. Yep.
Okay. Namely Absalom.
Absolutely.
You know. Go ahead.
Yeah, even
We had a couple.
Isaac
Yeah,
like Esau.
yeah, that's right. Isaac had Esau. And then Adam had Cain.
Yeah.
See? Go ahead.
The balance, right?
It says,
Sure. I mean, Abraham had Ishmael. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The righteous was Isaac.
That's right. That's
That's
right.
it. That's it. Go ahead.
it says, verse 20, and they shall say unto the elders of his city, this our son is stubborn and rebellious. He will not obey our voice. He is a glutton and a drunkard. And all the men of his city shall stone him with stones
That's right.
till he die. So shalt thou put evil away from among you, and all Israel shall hear and fear.
So that's it. So you're not supposed to have no degenerates that's there living amongst the population. Because what they do is they create more degenerates. It's pretty much a disease. You understand what I'm saying? That's pretty much what it is. Right? If you know how I was in high school, you know, you had kids that they weren't into those things, but because of the other kids that were influenced, they become, you know, deep into it. They get influenced. You know, they get influenced. Go ahead.
Real quick, when you start terrorizing the neighborhoods, stuff like that. And now that's the popular thing now, to be part of a gang, and, you know. And that has a bad effect, you know, amongst Jake.
But let's say the women didn't like that. Let's say the women didn't like gang members. No women that I would never touch a gang member. Everyone had that mindset in the community. Jake wouldn't be no gang member.
That's right. That's right.
They like women, they like dudes with suits. They all have suits on. Corporate. Yeah, they all be corporate. Okay, that's a fact. But it's because the community is so degenerate. Is that what they do is the women actually like that.
Yeah.
That's the one. Demon.
20 versus 1. Yeah, 20 versus 1. Gangsters that are women that they fight.
Of course. But this is why they end up single mothers and they're crying about this and that. You know, just look at who you're choosing.
That's right. That's right.
You can't cry about that shit. That's who you're choosing. But then ultimately, what you call it with whatchamacallit. There's one chick that was working on she was a lawyer for the YSL.
Oh yeah. Oh, that dude.
The YSL. Yeah. And she wanted to date one of the gangsters she was defending. Right?
Oh yeah. Oh
and then
no.
she's pregnant by it.
Oh yeah.
You know? But then
Nelly,
she'll
YSL?
come on TikTok and say, this is what happened.
Oh, okay.
Well, duh. What do you expect, man?
Wow.
You know? And that's mainly amongst the Jake community. Regular Jakes, they don't really get played like that.
No, that's
Like
true.
a regular Jake, man, they won't get played like that. You gotta be in the streets. You gotta be in the streets. You know? That's why Jake, he goes and deals with other nations. Because he's tired of that, and they embrace it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes the Jake could be super good looking, and everybody. And he's corny.
Yeah.
Why is he corny? He don't have no tattoos.
Yeah.
He don't even smoke. You boring. You don't do no drugs. You boring. What kind of degeneracy? You see? That's literally it, man. They're sick. They're sick. So what needs to happen? Jacob's trouble, the great purging.
That's right.
Okay? That's right. And Eve, I'm sending you all. Okay, some brothers going to have 100 wives in Jacob's trouble. You know, Spock, certain other brothers are going to have 100 wives. Because I'm not, brother, they're all going to have to go over there. Brother, me, I ain't.
Yeah.
You deal with the thousands of M-dubs. You're not, don't come to me. Don't even step to me. Go ahead. don't even step to me. Go ahead, man.
That's right.
Go ahead, man.
Real quick, it says here Sirach 8 and 11. I thought you said read. Okay, it's like Ecclesiastes 8 and 11. Because sentence against an evil work is executed speedily.
But you know what? To be honest, hail is really. Used to think it means worship. It doesn't mean worship. It means salutation. It's like a great greeting. Like, because remember the angel said that to Mary. Hail Mary. It's not a. I used to think back then it was a worship. It's not a worship. It's a form of salutation. It means like be happy, be cheerful. Go ahead. That's why they rebuke you.
Ecclesiastes 8 and 11. Ecclesiastes 8 and 11. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of man is fully set in them to do evil.
That's right, it's fully set because it's not executed because there's no judgment for it. See, if people were getting publicly judged and destroyed for certain things, that wouldn't be popular anymore. You know what I'm saying? But they're actually getting glorified for these things. You know? They're getting glorified, man. And you can't, don't think you can go and execute judgment on your behalf. You can't. You got to let Esau system deal with that because you don't have the power to execute. You could say, well, grab him, you know, he committed a murder, I seen it. You can't do that. You got to go through Esau, and Esau's going to do what he does. You know? Send him to jail with a bunch of other demons. People that stole $500 from a grocery store. They're going to send him in the same place with the murderer. And then how you think that guy's going to come out? With more demons? Well, that's Esau. You got to let Esau do what he does until the system is taken.
That's right.
Go ahead, Alphonse.
Yeah, from the brother GMS Shining Light.
That's the
Ba.
I'm a one.
Proverbs 16 and 26.
Yep.
The righteous is more excellent than his neighbor.
Right. The righteous represents Jacob. Proverbs 12 and 26.
Okay, Proverbs 12 and 26, right?
Okay.
The righteous is more excellent than his neighbor, but the way of the wicked seduceth them.
Right, the ways that Esau has seduced Jacob into being this demon, this degenerate. You know, and Esau doesn't want to talk about that. Esau only wants to look at the surface, at the result. No. if you have any sense, you're gonna look at the origin and the root cause.
That's right. That's
If you're dealing
right.
with any problem, you want to find the root cause. You don't
That's
want to
right.
go to the surface. We see what the hell is here, but we want to know why is it here.
That's right. That's
What
right.
led to it being there? Why was it different before?
That's right. That's right.
You see, he doesn't want you to do that because it's going to lead to him.
Yeah.
You know, as the scriptures say, you're going to get it? Yes, you'll find him there first. You know? Right? That was it on that?
That was it on
Okay.
that.
Let me know when you got that one.
Yeah, it says here in Ecclesiastes 12 and Ecclesiasticus 12 and I'll just go to the point, verse 17. If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first. And though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee.
Right, because remember, the serpent is more subtle than any beast in the field. So he's doing things on the low that has greater plans in the future. And he starts thinking ahead. It's greater plans for the future. How are you going to find him? Listen, it's like somebody, well, I just started this in the spirit of Yahweh, that it's like somebody sets up programs, a computer, to steal money from a particular. Hold on one second, bro. To steal money from a particular bank,
I'll watch
but
it on
it
YouTube,
sets
I
it up. It sets it up. Besides, it sets it up to do it like a year later, right? But everything is set up, and he's already moved to Dubai. He already moved to where he has to move, and then boom, boom, it initiates at that particular time. But he's already gone. There's no trace of him that he did that because that, you know, the computer's destroyed. You know what I mean? So on and so forth. I'll give you an example.
Yeah.
That's how Esau operates. What he's doing it way back in the past. So you gotta trace back. You gotta trace where this came from, because there's a reason for what he's doing. It's all warfare.
That's
It's
right.
all warfare.
That's right.
That one first act might seem subtle,
Yeah,
but it has dire effects.
that's right.
That's
Which
right.
Nearly Fuller even said that. when the white supremacists come to bring you something, you got to see how is this productive,
Yeah.
right? Is this going to lead to a better result? Why are you showing me this? Okay, and would this put me in a better position than before? You know, like they try to push that LGB stuff on you. How does that improve your situation?
That's right.
It doesn't improve your situation.
doesn't.
Really, it brings you backwards.
That's right. No problem.
Right? Because okay, they get together. Can they produce children? Is that going to help the family structure come together? No, that's just more degeneracy. All right? But why they keep pushing it down your throat and mixing it with your civil rights? Because they mixed it with civil rights. The civil rights used to be about, you know, the black plight, the fighting for equal rights and treatment, and so on and so forth. But then they added everyone else in
Yeah,
there,
they do.
including the alphabet. So what's the agenda here? And then when you look at the statement for Black Lives Matter, it's like they wanted to get rid of what? They said they wanted to get rid of the nuclear family. Okay, the mission statement is your purpose. This is our purpose for existing, to get rid of the nuclear family. That's what it says. Okay, so that's all a covert operation of the enemy.
That's right.
You gotta put Jake's face on it, put black faces, so-called dark skin faces on it, but it's really the covert operations of the enemy. Go ahead. Salaki, what you got, Spot? That was it. What you got?
This is the book of Proverbs 23, and verse 13. It says, "Withhold not correction, the child, if thou beatest him with the rod, he shall not die." That's the topic of chastening your child. You're not supposed to withhold the correction,
Save.
you know, because that's useful for his life, you know. And he's not going to die. The purpose is not to put him to death. No, the purpose is to correct him, you know. Sometimes you got to be hard with him for him to get the correction, so we can get the understanding. And, later on, be a pleasure unto you later on in life, man.
Look at Yahushua. Yahushua had to endure a heavy chastening before he got that position.
That's right.
You know?
This is the captain of our salvation was made perfect through suffering. That's right. You know, he says about our Lord Yahweh says it pleased him to bruise our Lord Yahweh Shai.
Yeah. See, this society demonizes the bitters, but the bitters is important.
The bitters is important.
You know, it leads to a purging. That's right. It purges, the impurities out. So they don't teach that. They teach you it's all about sweet, fun, 24/7. And then what does that lead to? Decay. That leads to more decay. All right, go ahead.
One thing establishes the good of another. So the bitter doesn't establish the good of, you see the sweet. Absolutely. You're gonna appreciate more. Same as when you go through chastisement, you then appreciate the prosperity you can say that comes after. That's right. The kingdom upgrade. Excuse me.
It's an upgrade. The upgrade
that comes after. That's why it says, it's Hebrews 12 speaking. It says, okay, getting onto your outfit.
Yeah, bro.
Go get the last scripture.
Well, let me finish my point. It says, looking unto Yahushua, the author, the finisher of our faith. And he had to go through the sufferings. It says, despising the shame. And then, if you could get that, brother, sure.
Hebrews 12 verse 2. Looking unto Yahushua, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him.
So he was foreseeing the joy. Yeah, okay? You have foresight of the joy that was coming. Okay?
Endured the cross, despising the shame, and is sat down at the right hand of the throne of Yahweh.
He goes to endure the bitter in order to reap the benefits of the glory. Okay? He's sitting down. He's at the right hand of the Heavenly Father.
So he understood that he had to go through the evil to obtain the good.
That's right.
See, just as it says in 2nd Ezra 7, pertaining to that good place where you have to pass through the fire and the water to obtain it first.
Yeah. It's the same thing with a son, with your children, right? Because guess what? Michael Jordan wouldn't be where he is. His father didn't give him that bitter strictness. Right? Same thing with the Jacksons.
Both of them.
Yes. But Jordan's father was instrumental in him being where he is. Because they what? That strictness.
Yes, yeah.
Said his older brother, he said?
Yeah, he was. I think he's tough on him too.
Yeah, and he was better than him.
Now imagine Michael Jordan without that influence, that
bitters.
Yeah. That pushed him to greatness.
Yep. See, that's exactly what it did. Same thing with the Jackson 5.
Yeah.
That Joe Jackson, they try to demonize Joe Jackson. You wouldn't have had a Michael Jackson if Joe Jackson wasn't hard on him.
No.
Okay? So all of that is all the demonization of Jake.
That's right.
The man, Jake man. Being a man. They want to demonize them. Because they know how a man's nature. It's to be disciplined. All right? Go ahead.
And you start on to the point I saw the demonization of the ways of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Okay? That's because Esau is Satan.
Yeah.
Satan, We're going adverse to the right way.
They're going adverse to the right way. That's it. That's right. So like I said, they demonized Joe Jackson because they demonized being a man, but because and having that strictness as a man is supposed to be a disciplinarian, the father, right? But that's what made them great. Most of the people you see that's great, their father was strict on their ass, man. Strict as hell, man.
Sure.
Okay, and getting them to become great.
That's right.
Go ahead, bro.
Last verse. Jumping to verse 11. Now no chastising for the present seemeth to be joyous, but grievous. Nevertheless,
Floyd Mayweather.
Oh yeah.
That's right. It was hard as hell on him. Shit, I actually wish my father was hard on me to do things like that. Because guess what? Hey, I would have been. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. That's right.
What? Come on, bro. Think about that, bro.
That's right.
Okay, you went through that endurance at that time, but then look at the greatness that comes from it.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying?
That's right.
Currently, we're going through a chastisement for something even greater.
That's right.
To our Heavenly Father, Yahweh. That's right.
Floyd said that he couldn't even eat sugar when he was young.
Jordan said that?
Floyd.
He couldn't eat sugar, see? Which is good.
For the reflex said, but my reflex,
Which is wonderful.
That's wonderful.
You know? Sugar's a major killer.
Yeah.
But if you were to put that on TikTok now, you put it on TikTok, and you won't let him eat no sugar. He's like, water like that. That's how drink is. I was like that back in the day. There was no juice, there's nothing. Big thing of milk. You know? Glass is like half the size of you. You know? So it's all madness, man.
Fucking demon, man. You know.
It's okay. I'm proven together. Right.
It says, Hebrews 12, verse 11, it says, now no chastising for the present seemeth to be joyous, but grievous. Nevertheless, afterward it yieldeth the peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them which are exercised thereby.
That's right. So with that, we're gonna close up. We're gonna face the east. Well, you know what? That's crazy. Reflex. We're gonna start doing that because of the law that is ready to pass. We'll start doing that a little bit more sudden. Okay, so we'll say all praise the Alba, Shimmy Al Shai. All praise the Alba, Shimmy Al Shai. All right, double R, the apostles and elders of faith, millstone. That's how you take it. All right, with that, we're gonna say shalom.
Shalom.
We're gonna shut it out. Man, what's the other shit? Get ready to, we're gonna move with